All set.
Hi, everyone. This is Lauren. Welcome back. Terry just gave her number. I want to give mine one more time before we get back into the good stuff. Our number is 972-845-1200. And we are taking calls, y'all, today. If you have real estate questions, Terry and I are pretty much experts. I think it would be a great time for you. So Terry and I wanted to talk about purchasing and qualifying for a residence. Now, in terms of the law, I am a fee attorney with the title company, so I can help you once you've found the place. But Terry, why don't you tell us about qualifying and how they're going to contact you to find a place?
Okay, so definitely as a real estate professional, I will help guide you through some of those mortgagees terms that they're going to ask and get you ready and prepared to talk to the lender. Sometimes that's a little scary, but I work with people who know their stuff just like me. And there's down payment assistance available out there, y'all. I do a lot in Tarrant County, but it's all over. So, but if you're specifically in Fort Worth, how about they give up to $20,000 to help you buy a house right now?
What?
Yeah.
And you know how to get that money?
I know how to get that money.
Wow. Yes.
So, yes, you have to, your income and debts have to be a certain thing. You have to be a first-time home buyer, or get this, people don't always know this. First-time home buyer is also someone who hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years.
Oh.
So if you bought a home and you sold it and you haven't owned anything else, then you can be reconsidered as a first-time home buyer. They know that because they're going to ask you for your last 3 years tax returns to make sure there's no mortgage interest on that return.
Excellent.
So that's how that happens. So there's all kinds of fun things. City of Arlington, Dallas County has some money. So that's what I do. When I will discuss things with you and then figure out where you fit, where these pockets of money are, because I want you to have everything you got coming to you, right?
Absolutely. And then I know once someone finds a house, you're going to use a title company like Miller West Title.
Absolutely.
And the reason for that is because of title insurance. And if you recall, briefly I mentioned that I do neighbor disputes. We get calls all the time. Oh, there are fences in my yard. That's what title insurance is for.
Right.
I get a lot of folks who've done private transactions. They didn't get title insurance. That's when they need me, 972-845-1200. But you, Terry, are going to get that. You're going to do it what I call as a lawyer the proper way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Because we're going to, as we write up everything, that's just part of what we do, is the title search part. And while you're getting your financing part going, then we're working on the seller side to make sure everything's okay with the title. That is your Bible for your insurance, I would say, for that house covering the title. Different than, about homeowners insurance, but title insurance covers and makes sure maybe nobody has put a lien on that property.
Or heirs, unknown heirs that come out. Oh, well, that was my dad.
Yeah.
We've seen that before. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it helps protect you. And I know we haven't talked about much, but in terms of property taxes, once you're in that home and you were there on January 1st, you're going to file that homestead.
Correct.
Which is going to cap the increase 10% a year. That is kind of exponential. If you go to my YouTube, I have more videos about that. I don't want to get into it now. But the homestead is important because it has other benefits, protecting you from judgment, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And if you're really ambitious and you're interested in maybe doing investment through real estate, you can go get a duplex from Terry. She can help you find a duplex.
Absolutely.
You're going to get your homestead, and then Terry's going to find you a renter for the other side. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have that protection. Then you're going to call me because you're going to make enough income that you're going to want to do this for a living, and we're going to get you into a series LLC.
And you know what? You're going to find lots more education that's coming up where we talk about those kind of things. When you buy the home, she just mentioned homestead. That's one of the things I'm going to tell you. And by the way, if you were to get something in the mail where somebody's charging you something to file your home,
no, ma'am.
Throw that away.
That is a scam.
It's free. It's
mm-hmm.
a scam.
It is free.
And I tell you that so that you will know that and know how to prepare for that. It can be filed online with the local appraisal district as well. But yeah, it's really important. I had one client, unfortunately, we were trying to get closed in December last year, and it rolled over to January 2nd.
That happened to me when I bought my house. It was awful. I was so
So
upset.
you missed that year, but I talked to her recently, and I said, get ready, because as soon as January hits, you get to file your homestead,
And
to
I think
remind her about that.
We should mention on that topic 65 plus.
Yes. I was
So
going there next.
if you turn 65, it doesn't stop you from getting taxed. There's some people who don't pay taxes because they're 65 because their house was worth nothing when they turned 65. But it just locks it into what that value is the date you turn 65. So you can do your 65 plus homestead form and mail it in 2 months before. The same way, if anyone under 18 is listening, you want to register to vote. As long as you're 17, you can send that registration in, and on the day of your birthday, you will be registered. You can do that with the 65 plus on homestead. So it does require a notary stamp. We do a notary at my office, which is here in the same building as K Heaven. We're on the 4th floor. But you have to go a notary stamp, and you need a photocopy of your ID to prove that you're going to be 65. That exemption is huge. That plus your homestead is huge.
Yeah, and I do that sometime for some of my clients, as you can have a representative that helps you do those things. So I've contested taxes for people, to starting with my parents. You know, I had to just protect them and make sure, but we fill out their forms and make sure that they have that homestead. But we want all our seniors to know that. And then if you have any other disabilities, or if you're a veteran or something, and you've never filed for those, you get huge discounts because of those kinds of things too. So check that out. You can make a phone call to me, of course, if you want, 817-999-0974. And you can also check in with your local, for Tarrant, Fort Worth, in vicinity, Tarrant Appraisal District. And in Dallas County, and Dallas proper is Dallas County Appraisal District.
And you can check out my YouTube, which is Cadillac Law with one L, CADILACLAW, because I've got lots of content about that. Now, I'm hearing music, so I think we need to go to break.
Okay.
When we get back, we're going to talk about planning for death and helping your heirs.
Okay.